Hello everyone and welcome to today's Toycathon query solving session by Dr. Abhay Jere, Chief Innovation Officer, Ministry of Education Innovation Cell. Dr. Jere will provide insights on Toycathon, ideation and general guidelines. Dr. Jere is responsible for promoting all innovation related initiatives in higher education institutions. He is also the brain and driving force behind MoE's Smart India Hackathon initiative, which is now recognized as the world's biggest open innovation model. I request all the participants to share your queries in the chat box. We would love to hear from you. All your queries will be resolved in this session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Selva. Thank you, Harshad, for arranging this session. I would really like to thank all the participants who have joined this session. I will wish them a very happy, innovative, creative, prosperous new year. And I also believe that the innovation mindset which got inculcated last year enormously because of this COVID pandemic and the new normal and the impetus which innovation received across the globe, it continues even in this year. And we Indians generate as many ideas, news ideas as possible so that we will eventually help create wealth for this country. Dear friends, our Honorable Prime Minister has already launched the Atmanirbhar Bharat mission, and government is focusing sector by sector in which we can become Atmanirbhar. One of the important sectors for us is this toy sector, because the global market is huge, more than $100 billion. That is 7 lakh crores of rupees. Huge market. While Indian market is about $1.5 billion. Unfortunately, more than 80 to 85% of our toys are imported. And we need to change that. We need to generate ideas which are novel, based on Indian ethos, Indian culture, civilization, and come up with toys and concepts which will be not only relevant for this country, but will also have impact across the globe. Friends, toys are very important because you just not play with it, but it also has a huge psychological impact on your mind as a kid. So, if we have to inculcate right value systems within our youngsters, then we can certainly create toys, because we have rich heritage of more than 5,000 to 7,000 years. And the kind of ideas and concepts which we can offer, not a single country in this world is capable of doing it. So we should come together and develop concepts which will have impact across the globe, as I was saying. With this intention, we have launched Toycathon. We have huge prizes worth more than 50 lakh rupees, 200 prizes of 25,000 each. The IP, intellectual property of the toy, will be with the innovator, with the person who's actually conceptualizes or suggests it. And moreover, you will get opportunity to take these toy ideas forward for as a startup or as a manufacturing by tying up with industry or incubating your own enterprise within our incubators. So you will have prizes to win. If your ideas are good, then we will support you taking them forward, and you will end up creating wealth for yourself. So this is in brief the Toycathon, and I don't want to get more into a monologue because this is a session where I would like to answer queries from you all. So you can start shooting questions. Harshan and Selva are there who can actually take some of these questions. They will ask me those questions and I will try answering them. Thank you, Harsha. Thank you, Selva. Let's go ahead with question and answers.
Thank you, sir. So, the first question, please tell us about this idea PPT. Can we add slides that what images are we supposed to add if possible if prototype is not made?
Very good question to start with. We don't want you to make prototype. Please understand that. We have given a format of slides. In those slides, use the same format. You just have to draw. You have to give sketches. You have to explain your idea. You have to explain your concept. You don't require photographs. You don't require videos. If you have a good concept, then it's a 3-hour or 4-hour job. Okay? Don't worry about creating prototype right now. What we want are good concepts. Once we know the concepts are good, we will give enough time, enough support to good ideas so that they can be converted into a prototype. So download the PPT, fill the PPT based on what we have stated there very clearly, and submit your idea in form of PPT. It could be photographs. If you have photographs, well and good. If you don't have photographs, just create some basic sketches, which will help us understand what you want to convey. If you have something ready, because some of the students even have ready videos, we are fine with that also. But that is not our requirement. Our requirements are basic PPT, basic sketches, which will give us idea that what you are trying to propose. Selva, we cannot hear you. You need to unmute.
Sir, thank you, sir. The another question, can we present more than one idea? If more than one ideas are selected for final, how do we proceed?
Very good. Again, another interesting question. Yes, you can submit as many ideas as possible. Don't worry about it. If you're more than 2 ideas or 2 ideas get selected, we will reach out to you asking whether you want to proceed on idea number 1 or idea number 2 or idea number 3. And you will have the choice, or we will help you make the choice. Okay, depending upon where the opportunity will be more. So don't worry, just go ahead and submit your ideas.
Thank you, sir. The next question, are mobile games allowed?
Yes, why not? Not only mobile games, multiplayer internet games where you require PCs, everything is allowed because that's a huge industry and we have to capture those industries. Okay, so mobile online games are allowed. There is a category for online games. Okay, so online games are allowed, mobile apps are allowed, board games are allowed, basic mechatronic toys are allowed, even wooden toys are allowed, cards, all sorts of games are allowed. Don't worry. From AR, VR based games allowed, no problem.
The next question, one of the student is asking, please explain the grand finale process once.
Dear friends, I will certainly explain you the grand finale process, but you should not worry about it right now. Okay, this is the first phase. First, so what is, but I will tell you the process, what we are going to follow. So what we have done is that we have identified 68, 69 problem statements. And we have, so that is one set. The other set is open innovation or submit your own ideas. So you have currently two options. Either submit idea against the problem statements or submit your own idea if your idea is very different from the problem statements. Once we receive those PowerPoint presentations, we have created huge battery, or we have large number of evaluators which will look into your presentations. One presentation will be seen by minimum 2 to 3 people, not just one person. It will be evaluated by 2. If there is what we can say dispute between 2 opinions, then we will reach out to the third person. For example, if one person says accept, the second person says accept, then the idea gets accepted and we move forward. If both the people said reject, the idea doesn't move forward. But if one person says accept and the other person says reject, then we will reach out to the third person to take his view. Okay, so the evaluation process is going to be extremely transparent. Once this evaluation is done, we will put out the shortlisted teams. We will announce the shortlisted teams. Then we will give them design mentors if required, who will help them in designing their products or take their ideas forward, because now we have to create prototypes out of it. And during the grand finale, we will invite the selected teams to workshops in various locations across the country. We will have about 50 centers spread across the country. So in your area, you will certainly have a center. Okay? In your vicinity, maybe 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers radius, you will certainly have a center. We are trying to do that. You have to go to the center, work for 3 days, and convert that idea into prototype. At center, you will get all the required facilities like 3D printers, lathe machines, cutters, basic sensors, and so on and so forth, which will help you create a prototype of your idea. If it is mechatronic idea, you will get all those required. If it is board idea, you will get all those. So you will get what is required. You have to work on the prototype during the grand finale. Then there will be a judging during the grand finale. And good ideas or winning ideas from the grand finale will be taken forward for either commercialization, manufacturing, or you can start up your own startup.
Thank you, sir. And another interesting question. If we already have a prototype of a game, will we have to remake the toy in the grand finale?
Yes, it's a very good question. Because what you should go ahead, you should submit your idea first. If your ideas get selected or if your prototype gets selected, it's always the prototypes are always crude. There is always huge room for improvement in terms of design, in terms of miniaturization, in terms of ergonomics, in terms of material usage. And we will help you. So don't worry about it. Currently, don't worry about the grand finale. You just go ahead and submit your ideas for the first phase. Let they get selected first. And then we will work with you and how we can take things forward.
So, there is another question about grand finale. What resources will be given in the grand finale?
I have already said, you will get whatever you want in a mostly, not everything. If you ask for rocket, then we will not able to give Chandrayaan or other rockets. But you will get something like 3D printers, laser cutters, lathe machines, prototype machines, and prototype makers, and so on and so forth.
The next question is about the evaluation. The student is asking, what are the criteria of selection in first and second phases?
As I said, I'm not going to answer anything with second phase now. let's focus on phase 1. Okay, phase 2, there will be more elaborate parameters, and we will discuss it before the phase 2. I will share with you, and we will do such sessions again. But for phase 1, we are going to look at parameters like novelty. How novel is your concept? Then scalability, whether your concept is scalable or not. Third thing, whether it is feasibility, because that is also very, very important. Then whether it is based on Indian ethos or not. So we will be using some of these parameters for looking at your ideas. Don't worry, it's going to be very simple, very transparent process. Focus on submitting good ideas, not worrying on other things.
Thank you, sir. The next question, do professional track teams need to have 3 members? The question is like whether is it mandatory to have 3 members in the team?
So initially the professional track, that is track 3. Track 1 is for school students. Track 2 is for college students, and track 3 is for professionals. For track 1 and track 2, we are even making mentor mandatory. But for track 3, mentor is not mandatory. But we want people to work together, and team of 3 is not very big thing to ask. So what you can do, you can actually tie up with people who are your team members, your friends, your neighbors, your family members, and actually create a team and submit an idea. For students also, I will say the same thing, that go ahead, form a team with your neighbors, with your kids with whom you play in your society or in your residential complex, or your friends in your schools, and go ahead, form a team and submit it. We will request track 1, means school students and college students, to also have a mentor. The reason is, have someone who can guide you in making better design, taking the concept forward. It can be your parent, it can be your teacher, it can be your uncle, it can be again your neighbor or some distant relative, who is an expert and who will help you, guide you in making that idea better. Even for MTechs or PhD programs or any such kind of program, we have guides. Why? They will help us in achieving maximum in minimum time. They will give us the right path. They will tell us how to proceed. And you should have some mentor who will help you, guide you in that direction.
Thank you, sir. Next question is, can we add ideas about outdoor games?
Yes, you should. You should have ideas about outdoor games. It will be fantastic, because ideally we should take kids out of home, right? Currently, there is huge complaint from parents that students are sticking to the mobiles or computers. So we should come up with new outdoor games. And yes, it's a very good opportunity. Go ahead and do it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And this question we have answered already, but I'm just asking again. Are video games allowed in this? Can we use some basic architecture software such as Xbox, PS4?
Don't use basic architect, don't copy paste things. Simple. Okay? There has to be novelty in it. You can go ahead and architecture basic, you can certainly use. I don't have that problem. But try avoiding copy pasting, because you will get into intellectual property right infringement. Okay, so don't get into that. And why? We have huge amount of knowledge. We can conceptualize our own games. In terms of technology and architecture, yes, you can certainly go ahead and create your own. Okay, don't worry about it.
And the next question, please explain to us the difference between open innovation and problem statement ideas.
I have already explained this, but I will still again tell. So we have identified 68, 69 problem statements against which you can go ahead and directly submit idea. For example, we have asked for can you help us create a globe which is smart? Then it's a very focused problem statement. So you have to work on creating smart globe. Okay. We have asked like whether you can create an app or a game based on identifying the rightness of yoga or yogasana, correctness of a yogasana. It's a very focused problem statement which you have given and you will work about on it. Or we have asked something like, can you create a game for balancing chemical equations, which students find very difficult to understand? Okay. So it's a very focused problem statement which we have asked. Now, there could be multiple other ideas in your mind which has nothing to do with problem statements. These problem statements, these 68 problem statements. Somebody was asking, can we have an outdoor game? Yes. So all these ideas which has nothing to do with these 68, 69 problem statements which we have put, you submit it as open innovation. Your own idea. Submit your own idea, which has nothing to do with this problem statement. Okay, that is open innovation.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And the next question, can a faculty act as a team leader for track 1 and 2?
Team leader, no. Faculty act as a mentor.
And the next question, how important is selecting an age group for a toy idea?
It's important, but you can have a wide age group. Why you worry about it? But some toys are only for 0 to 2 years kids. That cannot be used. A Junjuna cannot be played with 10-year-old or 12-year-old. So it depends upon what kind of toy you are conceptualizing. If you are conceptualizing just toys based on identifying colors, it will be for small kids. If you are conceptualizing some mechatronic toy or some really complicated toy, even board games, for example, board games anyone can play, 5 years and above, or 6 years and above. Anything is possible. So why, I didn't understand why this question was there.
The next question, we'll move on to the next question. Can a toy be created to solve more than one problem statement?
It's a very good question, and the answer is yes.
Yes.
You can create toy which can address more than one problem statement or more than one two. So you submit it against the most relevant, and your PPT, while you are submitting within your PPT, you mention that your toy can solve problem statement this, and this also.
Yes.
It's very easy. Yes, you should make it. We encourage you to do that.
Yes. The next question is about team formation. Can the members be from different organizations?
Yes. As I said, if we are saying form teams based on with students or kids in your society, it means that they can be from different organizations. Because many times you may not go into your school to identify other team members from the same school. But if in your society you can identify your team members and work, yes. So the answer is yes.
Thank you, sir. Another interesting question. Will the ideas in Toycathon be exhibited somewhere? If yes, when? Sir, we are not able to hear you. Yes,
See,
sir.
we are working on it. We will reveal all those plans in due course of time. Just focus on submitting ideas right now. Let's cross the bridge when we reach there. Okay? Let's not worry about it right now. First, submit your ideas in large numbers. If your ideas get selected, we are a government. We will help you take these things forward in a very constructive manner.
Thank you, sir. And there are a lot of points in focus of Toycathon. Do we have to incorporate all of them in the toy? He's asking about the problem statement points.
No, just try solving one problem statement. Don't try attempting many problem statement. If your toys solve it, it's good. But we don't want that. Our requirement is your toy should either solve one problem statement, and if it has nothing to do with this problem statement, then you submit it as an open innovation category.
The next question is, can we improve some traditional games to suit a problem statement?
Yes, you should do it. That will be the best thing. For example, you can create Gilli Danda with an AR/VR model, or Pittu with AR/VR model. Yes, it's a good concept. So you should redesign the traditional toys. We should think on how we can improvise on the traditional toys. Certainly.
So as of now, the questions are coming, and I think we can focus. We'll re-give the idea about the team formation for the students again, because many are they have registered, but they have not formed the team yet.
Go ahead.
So all of the questions are repetitive.
So what I want now is you should go ahead, form a team, and submit your PPT. That is the basic requirement what we have right now. Okay. Your still submissions are not there, and you are asking whether our toys will be actually displayed or not. Right? Many people are jumping different stages. So let's go stage by stage. Okay. So you have registered, create your own teams first, submit your ideas, and we will work together in identifying good ideas, and let's see how we can take those ideas forward. So if there are no more questions, I think I will like to thank you all for joining this session. I will request you all to take selfies of this session, put it on social media, tag us on social media, so that we can also go ahead, either like it, share it, or retweet it, because that is also very important. Tag our Honorable Minister, tag our Honorable Prime Minister, so that he also gets aware, his team is aware that large number of people are passionately working on Toycathon, or actually trying to conceptualize new ideas, new toys. Okay. I wish you a very good year, and let's work together on making this Toycathon initiative a grand success. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for briefing all the participants their queries. And I request all the participants, please feel free to contact Toycathon at AICTE-India.org, or you can dial us 011 2958
ORG. Tell them.
Toycathon at AICTE-India.org. This is our email ID. Please share whatever the queries you have, you can write to us, and also you can dial us on 011 2958 1225. A recorded version of this webinar also will be available in our YouTube channel. You can go through.
You can announce the phone number once again.
The phone number 011 2958 1225. So whatever the queries you have, you can dial us in this number. And follow our social media handles, and you can get updates on Toycathon and our social media handles. Thank you all. Thank you for joining. Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, just one thing to add. I think many of the students are asking questions which have already been answered by sir during the course of this video. So I'm going to request those participants to please go back and play this video once again from the channel, and they will get all the answers.
Thank you, Harsha.
Thank you. Thank you, Harsha. Thank you, Selva. Bye-bye. Take care.